Alright gang, howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing out there? I tell you what, the weather has finally changed for us. We have got some nice weather going on, and hope you guys have got the same. Anyway, let's take a look at who's said hi, and who is all about. Hey, AWR, how are you? Mike, there you are. Lenny, no, how are you? And see what else we got. Charlie Stark says good morning. And there's Yorkshire. Hey, anything good for dinner? And North Jersey Detector, how are you? Legendary Explorer, hi. And Rosie's been behaving herself. Yes, Rosie, so far so good. Why, yeah, Rosie really hasn't been misbehaving at all. So, yeah, that stern talking to just may have done the trick. And Digging 606. I'm eating chili. Jealous. Anyway, is it venison chili? Anyway, 606. Yeah, I am jealous, But anyway, gang, see who else we got. Hey, there's Gear. How are you? And anyway, gang. Oh yeah, that's right. Always got to sweet talk Rosie because after all, she does do the giveaways. So yeah, never hurts to tell her she's looking okay today and everything else. But anyway, gang, here we'll take Rosie off of there for now. But anyway, wait, what's the giveaway? It's right down there. Whoa, my finger got really big. Right down there. We have a George V penny, a large penny, and also a 40% silver half, courtesy of Mantic Coins. I was on there the other night and won it, and I thought I'd pass it along and also kind of give their channel a plug at the same time while we're doing it. But anyway, gang, Yorkshire, you're such a sweet talker. Okay. But anyway, gang, I hope you guys been getting out there. Anybody find anything exciting this past weekend? If you guys haven't known or didn't know, we were not out metal detecting. We were actually at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, doing a couple of different things. You'll see more of this in a bit. But doing a little bit of research and kind of being the tourist. And but again, you'll see more and more of that coming up. But anyway, gang. Hey, did Ben pop in yet? Let me tell you what. If you guys haven't seen Ben's latest video, Ben's little horse, why, check it out. It's quite... You know what? The one thing about his videos, please, oh please, Ben, if I can compel you, never ever change your opening. It is some kind of wonder. I'm now just clicking on it just to see if I can identify the song. What a great idea. But anyway, the last song I did not get. And you figure the song I should have gotten, Minnie the Moocher, I didn't get. Yeah, boy. Anyway, I think there was a couple of older songs too. Downtown, I think, was one of them. I should have had that one. I think I did get that one, but by the time I got around to seeing the video, why, somebody had already answered. And let's see, CT Relic Diggers video. You went bottle digging. That was a great video. And gang, I'm still catching up from this weekend, where I probably have got about 30 or so videos still on my watch later list. And So don't worry, I'm catching up. I'll get around to it. And so if I haven't gotten to your video yet, I will. I promise. I'll get there. And oh yeah, you know, I think I still have 2 of History Hounds that I haven't gotten to yet. I know at least one. I may have already got the other one out of the way. But anyway, gang, we'll get there. We'll get caught up. But anyway, Lou D. I know he's probably not on yet, but I just want to say congratulations. And Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's official guest is going to be a girl. And if anybody has started a poll as far as which it would be, a girl or a boy for Lou D's expecting child, why, let me know. I want to get on. I want to buy maybe like a 10 block. But anyway, seriously, congrats, Lou D. And again, our answer is a girl. But anyway, gang. Lemons for leukemia. Man, that thing is going around and it's fantastic. So far, we have dodged the bullet. There's rumors that Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium is going to get challenged, but it hasn't done so yet. There was talk about Johnny Yu challenging us one night when we were on the live stream with Mike Mallyman. And there was also some talk the other night, thanks 606, about SJ Mixed Adventures challenging us. So I don't know. But anyway, I even actually made this little blip for it. And so anyway, 606, did it already happen? Did he have did Lou D's have the baby? But anyway, either way, congratulations for expecting, and then of course congratulations if you've already had it. But boy, I would have lost if it was a boy. Yorkshire. Yeah, definitely won't miss that one. But anyway, gang. Oh, they had a reveal video. I gotta get back and check it out. It might be sitting in my to be watched videos. So yeah, I'm gonna have to AWR. I'm gonna have to check it out now. I'll definitely get on there tonight. But who's your hillbilly? There he is. Hi. You know who's your real quick? Just because I see you over to the Mantic Coins. The casino we went to did not have a flip coin table or a flip coin machine. And while at Valley Forge, we did discover why Washington had so much trouble with his troops, because there was, a casino right across the road from Valley Forge. So yeah, that could cause real problems with the Continental Army. But anyway, gang. But yeah, we didn't walk away winners. We walked away better experienced. Anyway. All right, back to this stuff. Wow. Anyway, if you guys didn't quite get it, where we were out to Valley Forge, didn't really do any digging, but we did manage to eke out a little bit of Recon yesterday. But again, more on that in a bit. And by the way, when we do get challenged, because it's only inevitable at this point, because the Lemons for Leukemia is just sweeping YouTube land. Why, we've already got people kind of mapped out as far as who we're going to challenge. And we are going to be both doing it on the live stream. So do check that out. But yeah, because but me and Sandy both will be doing on the live stream. So you'll be able to see her and everything, and we'll just be a pretty face behind the typer. Anyway, hey Shay, how are you? Hey, I was just talking about you, and Joe Butch, how are you? Wow, your ears must have been burning. But anyway, yeah, I was just mentioning to all the crew here that there's no flip coin table or machine at the casino. But anyway, gang, this date on May 1st in history. Ready, guys? All right. In 1707, the Act of Union joins Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland to form the Kingdom of Great Britain. And that's for my buddies over there in the UK. And I wonder if do you guys have a holiday for that? I'm just kind of curious. I wonder if you have like that, like a unification holiday or anything. But I'll try to snag back in the chat. And in 1759, Josiah Wedgwood founds the Wedgwood Pottery Company in Great Britain. And just want to say thank you for Mr. Wedgwood for making all those little shards we find in the different colonial areas. Anyway, gang, in 1778 American Revolution, the Battle of Crooked Billet in Hatboro, Pennsylvania. And basically it was a contest between John Lacey of the Pennsylvania Militia against Major John Simcoe. And let me tell you what, that was no contest. I believe Simcoe, I guess, bayoneted about 57 of the Pennsylvania Militia. And basically got them while they were sleeping. And I have not visited that site yet, but that's on the to-do list. Even on the way home from Valley Forge, we did stop to a couple of different places. And I tell you what, I think probably in the summer we're going to try and catch some of the smaller battles that took place around there. But anyway, gang, just try and catch up. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Lincoln, how are you? And but anyway, gang, in 1863, the Battle of Chancellorsville began during the Civil War. And in 1893, the World's Columbian Exposition begins in Chicago. Ah, yes, that old thing. You know, the beginning of the Ferris wheel. And also serial killer, H.H. Holmes. There's an interesting story for you. There was a wonderful book about H.H. Holmes and the Chicago Exposition. What was that called? Something about the White City, the White Castle. Wonderful book. You know what, gang? I'll have to dig it out and basically get you guys the title, because it was a good book. I mean, it kind of paralleled the horrors of H.H. Holmes with the big exciting events there in Chicago. And also in 1931, the Empire State Building is dedicated in New York City. So anyway, gang, that's it. That's about what was going on in history. And I tell you what, if the Empire State Building, if you guys appreciate Art Deco type style and whatnot, do give the Empire State Building a look. Even if you have new eyes, you know, just to see the grandeur that it would have been in 1931. It was quite fascinating. You know, John Steinbeck, the writer, he actually helped build it. He was one of the workers. But anyway, Valley Forge. And if you guys didn't happen to catch it, back on Sunday, I actually did a live call-in to Dayton Canuck, Liz. And I don't know if you guys were, I don't know who, because I couldn't follow the chat while I was talking to Liz, a.k.a. Digging for Canuck. And pow, there she is. And anyway, yeah, so we gave her a call from Valley Forge and kind of snuck in one of the barracks there and was trying to show around a little bit. Unfortunately, I was starting to lose signal. No! And I had to duck back out. But anyway, gang, if you saw it, great. You can still rewatch it. And if you guys haven't already subscribed to Liz over at Digging Canuck, do so. You won't regret it. I tell you what, anytime that we can gather where we have the same kind of passions and interests, why, it is just a good time. And let me tell you what, Liz has a wonderful outlet for that. So, gang, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to Digging Canuck. But anyway, gang, and you know what? The same goes at Valley Forge. Why, talking about meeting people with the same passions and interests and whatnot. I met a guy there who was a retired history professor, and he was in his little militia garb and whatnot. Wonderful, wonderful information. Also, I'm busy doing a Revolutionary War along the Delaware River and whatnot, and he pointed me in the direction of a book about John Barry, the Commodore John Barry, basically the father of the United States Navy. But anyway, I tell you what, the sun did not set without me ordering that book. Oh my goodness. So whenever you get people of like passions together and interests, and you can share ideas and everything like that, what a good time. I bet I stood there and talked to him for about, I don't know, probably half an hour. But anyway, gang, ending E-Text with Kevin. How are you? Hey, yes, Jay, how are you? And people are popping in. See, their ears were burning and said, you know what, Riser must be talking about me. But anyway, gang, and that's one thing that's, even this outlet, we're all kind of getting together and we're talking about treasure hunting and history and whatnot, and it's a great time. And Brandy Wilson. Hi, Celia. Anyway. So, yeah, I tell you what. And unfortunately, I think I was kind of, after calling Liz, I was following a little bit of the chat. We had the chat going on in the car, or the video going in the car, live stream. Of course, I was driving, so I couldn't participate in the chat. And because we had one side of Valley Forge we didn't get to, where the Pauling Farm is, and it's on the opposite side of the Schuylkill River. And so we didn't check that out, and basically walked around, and once we got to the farm, walked around with the chat going, and that's when I actually jumped back in. But if you guys didn't catch that, do please catch Liz's live stream. But anyway, gang, and that was actually when, so I also then was catching where Liz, unfortunately, was having problems with some trolls. Don't let it get you, Liz. Nah, they'll go away. And we'll figure out something. Because I almost called back just to block them out, but I don't know. I didn't want to be the air hog. You know what I mean? But anyway, gang. So, Valley Forge. That was a good time. And while there by Valley Forge, we did have... Okay. Did make a stop at Joanne Fabrics. All right, I know this is not so much a stretch. I know you're trying to figure out what on earth is Riser going to talk about Joanne Fabrics about. But containers. While in there, kind of discovered these little handy dandy containers. I just thought they would be handy to, very portable, to carry around, maybe line them with foam. I see some guys do carry something like that. And but they had also different sizes and shapes and whatnot. I will say they were best priced. I don't know, they were kind of a little pricey, but but it's an option, line them with foam and sandwich your finds in them. But yeah, if you have the Joanne Fabrics around you, check those out. Those would be an idea. Maybe even better than my what I use. If you guys haven't seen the video, I actually use a repurposed chaw tobacco can with my quarter hoarder sticker on it. Anyway, that's just another option. But Coin and Card Hobbyist, how are you? And congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully by now you are over that mark. And but anyway, gang, just kind of scrolling back a little bit, see who. Oh yeah, 606 nudged. Oh boy. But anyway, gang. So the Valley Forge video will probably be out maybe next week. And there's a couple other stuff that's going in there with it. And I know we were out yesterday and we were doing a little bit of Recon. And that 1915 wheat scent, that was a bit of a Recon. It's actually kind of toast. It's from Farm Field. And the back is just completely gone. And but that's a bit of Recon. This is actually quite new for that Farm Field. There's a lot of wonderful, wonderful colonial ceramics in the field. And so, like I say, that coin is actually quite new. And I'm hoping to get back out there this weekend and hoping we can find some coinage or other relics that date the same as the pottery and the ceramics. Because yeah, I'm actually really excited about this site. And the site that we kind of did the Recon with is actually quite easy to get to, but I'm hoping there's others surrounding it that aren't so easy that people will overlook. But we'll see what happens. And speaking of Recon, I was out doing a little bit of Recon for some Revolutionary War type stuff, and came across this beat up Indian, and can't make it out. I know it's 18 something 3. I can't make it out if it's a 7 or an 8 or a 9. But I know it's 18 something, but it's been hit by the plow at least a couple thousand times. But hey, Tim Holmes, how are you? And anyway, you know what, gang? I want to go ahead and throw that Indian with the tonight's giveaway. So you get the giveaway. You will be getting the silver and the George V and the Indian. And then that same hunt, number 5. Number 5 was my lucky number that day. We did a little bit of a marsh hunt, which we'll see in the upcoming video. We'll probably be in the same video as the Valley Forge video. And we'll see. You'll be seeing more of that a little bit. It was like a marsh hunt. I don't know if you guys have seen that area I repeat or not. I know one thing. Yorkshire, you would like that site. That's almost reminds me of what you and Ben and everybody does out there, and it's very, very marshy. Not so much marshy, but it's very stony and whatnot, low tide type stuff. But the Yorkshire says, "Hey, Riser, I only need 818 subs for 1,000. Can you help? I'll give it a shot. Hey, everybody, subscribe to Yorkshire." And let me tell you what, Yorkshire, I don't know if I commented this or I've told you on the stream before, how you can do that, get done Hoot Owl, the night shift, the graveyard shift, and go metal detecting is beyond me. I tell you what, for a period in my life, I did that shift for 3 months, and I begged and begged and begged my then boss to come off of it, just because I could not sleep during the day, and always had this constant zombie-like thing going on, where you're always that kind of tired type thing. But yeah, Yorkshire, my hat is off to you for being able to go metal detecting after doing that shift. Holy cow! But anyway, getting back to this thing. So, like I said, number 5 was my lucky number that day, because not only did I find that brass tag, but I also found a bit of crockery with a 5 on it as well. But you guys will be seeing that in an upcoming video. I may tack that onto the Valley Forge video. But because that was actually a real good day. MC found a really, really nice surprise that day. He pulled it out of the mud, and he thought he had a gold coin. And I have to admit, I thought he had a gold coin too, because if I remember correctly, the gold Indians had an eagle on the back of it. And I tell you what, the expression on his face, I knew something was going on. And he was waving me over, you know. And then I got over there, saw the gold round, and no. On the other side is what appears to be a sinking submarine, and then in the back is like a battleship. And it's actually a World War II medal. But still, what a great find. But oh my goodness, it stopped the heart there for a minute. Because, yeah, I thought he pulled. And the size of it wouldn't have been a 2.5. It would have been a larger denomination of a gold coin. But anyway, gang, I tell you what, it did stop the heart. And you'll see more of that in the. Yeah, I'll probably attach it to the Valley Forge video. But it was a great thing. But anyway, gang, take a quick. I'm glad everybody is subbing. Everybody, that's wonderful. Please support everyone. And somebody says I had him out in the smelly, yucky marsh yesterday. Oh my goodness! So yeah, I was out. So recon that farm, and but we also did a little bit in the marsh, and I got some pictures of that for you guys to take a look at, if I can find it. And the earthenware here, I've known about this area for a while. There used to be a steam mill right on the marsh, and the name of the road has landing in it, and it's rather an old name. The town itself that is on the mainland is fairly old. So I never walked down there before, and it's actually probably about an hour or so away. So we thought we'd go give it a look to see if we can just eyeball anything. And sure enough, we got this earthenware container that was just laying there during low tide. And yes, we will be back, or at least me and probably MC will be back, because Mrs. Riser doesn't like the mud. But anyway, gang. So yeah, we'll probably take the detectors back, low tide, and walk the creek bed and see what we can dig out of there. Low day! Hey, I tell you what, you know what it is? I'm using ESP. If I start talking about you sometime during this stream, why, you'll eventually tune in. Let's see, who shall I call next? Houdini, please sign into the live. No, I don't think he will. But he doesn't have internet. Anyway, or Wi-Fi. Wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't it be weird if cemeteries started offering Wi-Fi service? I don't know. That's an odd thought of the day. Speaking of Houdini is actually buried in New York City. I'm trying to remember. I think he's buried in Brooklyn. But I've always wanted to see his grave. But anyway, gang. Lou D, welcome again. Like I said, hey, I was talking about you earlier. Is it congratulations yet? I still got to catch up on my videos where we were away for the weekend. So is it congratulations or not quite yet? Uh-oh, drum roll. Boy or girl? Ah, congratulations, Lou. Anyway, let's see. I would have been wrong. See, you're going to have to watch the beginning of the stream to see where I was talking about you. Now, I was willing to take bets, too. And, yeah, I would have been, extremely wrong. But, to stay on this Houdini thing just for 1 minute longer. Towards the end of his popularity, we'll say, and he was one talented vaudevillian. Let me tell you, he knew how to control the audience, and he would build up his act. He would try to escape from jails to build up newspaper sensation and everything to go see the show and blah 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 blah. And then he attacked the psychics and whatnot, and wanted to disprove them after his mother had died, and felt that the psychics were taking advantage of people and their sorrow and etc. And then after he died, he gave his wife Bess a secret word that if he could communicate from beyond, that he would communicate the secret word to Bess. And for years and years and years and years, people have been trying to summon Houdini back from beyond every Halloween, because I do believe Houdini did die on Halloween. But anyway, let's get to some treasure stuff. I don't know what I all of a sudden got off on the spooks for, but anyway. There actually, I think there's a book about Houdini that's actually very, very quite wonderful. It actually talks about him doing some spy work right around World War I. And I think it's Harry Houdini, America's First Superhero. I can remember that book. But anyway, if you have a chance, it is a good read. And I'm just fascinated of what a showman he was and how he just kind of really promoted himself wherever he went. But anyway, that's that. But I'm actually going to talk about Lou D again. No, Lou, there's no getting away from you now. But anyway, gang, got this. Lou actually brought this article to my attention, or everybody's attention, back on Mantic's show. Goodness. I'm going to have to say probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's actually an older article, but it's still kind of relevant for a couple of different thoughts. And anyway, we'll go ahead and get into it. This 1,000 stolen from coin vendors parked at Persephone restaurants. More than $100,000 in cash, coins, and jewelry were stolen Sunday from 2 coin vendors who had attended a local coin show, police said. The valuables, which had been left in vehicles, were stolen while the vendors stopped at separate Route 46 restaurants, said Parsippany Police Officer Earl Kinsey, department spokesman. The vendors had attended the Garden State Coin, Stamp, and Currency Show at the Township's Police Athletic League building on Baldwin Road. Police did not identify the victims. One of the vendors told police around 3:40 p.m. that his vehicle's side window had been smashed and its trunk opened, Kinsey said. About $20,000 in coins and $3,000 in cash were stolen, police said. Less than a half hour later, the other vendor reported that $38,000 in cash and $50,000 in coins, gold, silver, and jewelry had been taken from his parked vehicle, Kinsey said. Other details about the restaurants and the thefts or information about the suspects were not immediately available. And of course, it goes on to say, anyone with information, etc. and so on. But I was like, holy cow, yes, somebody was watching these guys, and that sounds like a connected hit. But one thing that it did get me thinking about, I mean, it's horrible. It's more than horrible. I mean, somebody had to have been following these guys just because, and they knew what they were after and they knew where they went. So, but anyway, one thing that it got me thinking about, metal detector in your car. And there's times when we're out metal detecting. Yesterday was actually a little bit of this type of thing, but we'll get there. There's times when the metal detector gets left in the car, and whether you run into a store or or if you're just doing a quick recon, so now you got this car in the middle of the woods with your metal detector in it, and you're maybe walking 100 yards off the road and coming back, all the while that detector, that expensive machine, is sitting in your car. What happens if somebody steals it? Well, it got me to thinking, as well as, because I was kind of wondering if these guys were insured, or if there was any kind of way to insure it. And from what little research I've done already, the automobile insurance, your car insurance, will not cover it. However, there is a slight possibility that your homeowners, believe it or not, yes, that's right, your homeowners insurance will cover it. It just cannot be listed as permanently kept in your car. It has to be something that is temporarily taken from your home into your car and then unfortunately gets stolen. It can't be something you keep in your car. And sadly enough, sometimes in some situations, your car stereo, if it's aftermarket, would not be covered under it because it's permanently kept in your car. But anyway, gang, so it's got me to thinking. So far, what little research I've done with this so far, homeowners insurance will cover it. But I will actually be calling my insurance company to ask that very question, because I'm highly curious to find out whether or not, if my metal detector gets swiped from my car, if it's covered or not. And I tell you what, gang, it's actually a good thing to think about, because those, I mean, especially you Mind Lab guys, that's an expensive machine to have swiped. But anyway, gang, just kind of scrolling back a little bit. Hey, Kill for Peace, how are you? Or Kill for Peas. And just kind of scrolling back a little bit, see what I miss. Hey, Mike is back. How are you? And Mississippi Bottle Digs, how are you? But anyway, gang, it is just a shame. I mean, there's just people out there anymore just have no scruples whatsoever. But yeah, that's right. They'll cover that, but not if my house floods. Yeah, anymore in the low-lying areas here in southern New Jersey, the mortgage companies is actually making people have either a rider or the plans through FEMA for floodplain, and it's just pushing the price of insurance on people's homes. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, gang. Oh, one more thing. While we were in Valley Forge, after we did the call in to Liz and Dayton Canuck, and we did a little bit of a tour of the American Treasure Tour. And their website is AmericanTreasureTour.com. And if you're ever in the Valley Forge area, you guys have got to swing by this place. I mean, it is something else. It is the most collective bunch of stuff you would ever... I can't wait to go back. I want to go see it again to see everything I've missed. It's one of the largest vintage mechanical music machine collections in the country. And I mean, you guys can probably see it's humongous. It's in an old tire factory. So if you guys can envision this, we're talking thousands and thousands of square feet. You see the little tram car there? You actually take a tour through this building of this guy's collection of different kinds of stuff and whatnot. And what do you call them? Calliopes and player pianos. And it's mind-boggling of all this stuff. And you just can't look at it all. Even though they crawl the tram cars through the factory, you just can't look at it all. And I tell you what, I cannot wait. I mean, we have plans to to take the kids and maybe even grandkids. And there is a little bit of creepy factor because everywhere you go, you do see these dolls. But I tell you what, it is well worth the time and money just because there is just such an eclectic collection of stuff. And this is a private collection of this. It's just some kind of amazing. So if you're ever near the Valley Forge area, go do the history stuff first. But then, go check this out. And again, it's the American Treasure Tour. And you can check them out at AmericanTreasureTour.com. And I still got my ticket. And I tell you what, well worth the money. I would have paid it was $15 per person. I would have paid that. They have one room that's just specifically vintage player pianos, calliopes, and like the automated pipe organs, that type of thing. And you'll see more of it in my next video, so I won't include that because it was just quite fascinating. And then there's a room specifically for automobiles, and there was an old Hudson, 1951 Hudson, and Model A's, Model T's, even there was a Stanley steamer, and it was just and this thing, that was a bicycle built for 6. But anyway, gang, let me tell you what. If you're ever near the Valley Forge area, do please check them out because you know what? I was almost contemplating. All right, we did the $15. We went through, right? I was almost contemplating just saying, hey, just line us up and let us go again, just to see everything, because it was just quite fascinating. But you'll see more of that in an upcoming video because they do allow photography. And I'm sure I can't imagine YouTubers not doing videos on this place. They do allow photography. So, it was just wonderful. Hey, Rivendell, how are you? And, anyway, gang. Like I say, if you're ever in that area, do check it out. But, yes, all clowns are creepy. Let me tell you what, there's one room devoted to nothing but clowns in there. And, 3 creepy dolls. But, the Mike Wolf I see in the chat, is he one of the American? I'll let Mr. Wolf answer that. Yorkshire, you can play the piano. Can you tune a piano or tune a fish? No, that's an old joke. But, anyway, gang. I tell you what. Yeah, there was one room devoted to nothing but clowns and whatnot. You're going to see more of this in the video. I tell you what. You didn't know whether to be in awe or just... The thing that kept going through my mind was, so this was one man's collection of stuff. And it was like, why would you buy it? They also had the world's biggest slinky. Where do you find this stuff? But, anyway, gang. I tell you what. Anyway, moving right along. We are almost there. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you, everybody. And if anybody in the future who subscribes and then goes back and watches this, I thank you too. That's a little bit of weird Twilight Zone stuff going on there. Because I'm actually talking to the people of the future who haven't seen this yet, who could possibly go back and watch it. It just boggles the mind. Almost like time travel. If you go back in time and kill your grandfather, will you ever exist? Anyway, we'll get off of that too. And anyway, going back to when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to have a Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium Jubilee, or a Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's Extravaganza, or a Riser's Treasure Hunting Emporium Celebration. Whatever the case may be, it's going to be on a live stream and basically a live stream only event. That's right. We're going to do a series of giveaways, and got a couple of things already lined up. We're going to have silver. Oh, we have silver, and going to have a couple of books. We're going to have more silver. We're going to have coinage. Probably have a large set, and see what else. I had a couple of other things in mind, and so we're basically going to have a couple. Instead of just having one winner, we're going to have multiple winners, probably at least 6, and that way a little bit, gets spread out a little bit, not just one guy gets to run away with everything. So anyway, gang, is there an open bar? No, there could be. It's BYOB. All my shows are BYOB. But anyway, gang, so yeah, stay tuned for that. When we'll probably be a little bit of a build up. We'll probably hit the 1,000 mark, and then we'll do like maybe a 2 or 3 week announcement. Hey, on this such a date, blah blah blah. Tune into the live stream, and these are the things that you could possibly walk away with, and whatnot. You just what you guys have, just as a reminder for anybody who has tuned in late. Why you guys know what you guys have to do. In order to win a giveaway, not only do you have to identify who's buried in Grant's tomb, but you also have to be nice to that gal. But anyway, gang. So that's upcoming. I'm sure we'll tickle over there to the 1,000 mark, and when we do, we'll have the extravaganza, the Jubilee. Don't really know what to call it, so I'm calling it everything. And Lou, I keep seeing more about that, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. I may just go to watch. I've done that in years past. Just went to observe. But I don't know. But you know what, Lou? I'll send you a PM. I'm going to make my mind up tonight, and I'm going to take the calendar and see if anything I've got slated. And if I don't, if you're going to be there, hey, we're going to be there. And as long as I got the calendar free, we'll see what we got. I'll send you a PM. And anyway, will Rosie be there? Rosie is everywhere. And I don't leave home without her. But anyway, gang, that is what we got going. That was like the longest recap ever. And one real quick treasure story that kind of shocked me. I saw only little glimpse of it while we were away for the weekend. And when I started reading it, I thought I was reading an article from the 1920s or 30s. It was about a guy who was burying money in his backyard in jars. And as I was reading it, I thought for sure it was going to be 1931, 1933, etc. No, this article was from 2007. This guy, I guess, had some legal difficulty and didn't want any money to be in any kind of a bank account. And the story goes, unfortunately, the guy kind of had some sort of crippling disease and kind of told people about stuff being buried in his backyard. Well, nobody could find it. The guy passes, and then, sure enough, somebody finds it. And now there's all kinds of claims going on about it. But so it was, that this thing about burying money in your backyard isn't necessarily something that they did just during the Depression. But speaking of which, Plug Master Ford, if you guys seen his latest, the well just didn't want to stop giving. I tell you what, that was just some kind of phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen Plug Master Ford's past couple of videos, even, why, check it out. They actually had a backhoe there. But anyway, gang. So do check that out. Silver galore. I think he found one weak set. He sounded kind of disappointed. Oh, it's a weak set. I just pulled out a couple hundred silver coins, and I got this Wii set. No, I'm kidding. But I tell you what, it was something to watch. Anyway, gang. What else we got? Some stuff in the Emporium over next to Rosie is actually going to change. I'm probably going to wind up taking the commemoratives, the unofficial commemoratives, because the Mint didn't make those. The astronaut series. They're probably going to come down. The 1909, there's one that's decent and the one that's not so decent. They're probably going to stay up for a little bit. The books will stay up. There's actually a couple more books going to be put on. And I have a couple. Oh, Canadians. I have a set of Canadians coins that came in a box lot that's going to go up there too. There's probably about 20 or 30 coins. Large sense. There's a real potpourri of different Canadian coinage. And if anybody wants to start a Canadian set, I tell you what, this bunch of coins would be a wonderful, wonderful start. But anyway, gang, that's for later stuff. You'll see it eventually. That coin's probably going to be kept because Sandy likes that coin. So that may be taken down anyway. And this is an Irish coin. And but anyway, gang. So who do I miss? Hey, I just saw somebody. They scroll. Discover E. How are you? And Mike, you know what? He kind of left that tailing. He didn't quite say. He did give the totals. I wasn't sure of the previous total, but I tell you what, that's a once in a lifetime ordeal. And those of us who are addicted, people will ask us, if you ever find, something like that, would you be out digging the next weekend? And it's just part of the treasure hunting addiction. And it's like coin roll hunting. If you find a whole box of silvers, are you going to go look for more after you? Yeah, of course you are. It's just what you do. But anyway, gang. So I hope everybody is subscribing to one another. After all, we got to be supportive of one another. And tonight's giveaway, not only will we give away the 40% silver from the Mantic Show, we're going to give away a George V penny. I don't know if you guys can make out the date on that or not from the photograph. So here, we'll flip it under real quick. 1931. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and throw the smushed up Indian in there with it too. And anyway, gang, that's going to be tonight's giveaway. And sweep, bleep, dig, repeat. I like that, Yorkshire. Oh boy. Anyway, part-time detector. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get back to last week's live stream. I do take a look at the chat better when after we stop the live stream, and then I'll go back and see what chat I've missed and whatnot. And part-time detector just reminded me, no picking numbers anymore. That's the old way. And but hello, part-time, and sorry for everybody whose ears we made bleed, with the videos in the last live stream. But I also found volume control, how to play a video in the live stream and actually have volume control. So we'll try not to make your ears bleed anymore. But anyway, gang. Oh, who said that was the jaws of ear bleed? That was hysterical. Was that Rob Random, I think, that said that. But anyway, gang. Just scroll back real quick. But anyway, gang. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do our giveaway. And I don't know if is anybody else going on live tonight. It was death to start. Why? I know usually the gold panning guys, the prospectors, they usually go on right after I do. And by the way, my moderator guy, well, and lady, if you guys haven't already subscribed to this guy, please subscribe to him. And this guy, he has awesome fun out metal detecting, and I tell you what, that makes for an enjoyable show, is to watch somebody who is having fun. And so if you haven't subscribed already to M.A. Lyman, please do so. He and his buddy Wildman Rick, and I tell you what, it's good to see people out there having fun. Anyway, gang, we're gonna go ahead and do this giveaway, and as soon as I gain my composure, I've lost everything, and oh, there we go, and we'll see who we can give these coins away to. All right, you guys ready? And we'll do a little countdown. So here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hit the button. Here we go. Pow. Well, congratulations for this. Could be the start of a college fund, Lou. Right here. All right, congratulations. Well, anyway. Yeah, Lou, I tell you what, a few more times around, I wonder if you can actually start a college fund based on metals. That's actually an idea. Now, it started out as a joke, but now it's like, yeah, would you buy silver and gold as an investment to fund your children's college funds? If only I was this smart at a younger age, huh? Anyway, gang, congrats to Lou. And Lou, send me a PM, and we'll get that out to you. But anyway, gang, maybe the best print. They like to print that money. But anyway, gang. Well, let's see what we got coming up. Just as a reminder, we got a video coming out Monday. This upcoming Monday will probably be the Valley Forge video. If I don't do the Minutia Minute first. I do have a Minutia Minute sitting in the wings about the Chandler automobile from the 1930s. 20s and 30s. There was actually a whole series of automobiles made back then, like just prior to the Depression and into the Depression, and the Depression actually wiped out a lot of these minor automobile companies, and the Chandler is one of them. But I actually have kind of a connection with the Chandler automobile company, and it's actually what got me looking into it. And so either do that or the Valley Forge video. And then upcoming, there's actually kind of a surprise coming, but I'm not going to kind of mention it too much until I actually am sure that it's going to happen, and it involves an heirloom. But so yeah, there's stuff to look forward to. And then of course next Tuesday, same time, same channel, live stream. Anyway, yep, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be back here again, and hope to see you guys then, and chit chat with you all, and it'll be pretty much the same format. And I got a couple of treasure stories waiting in the wings, stuff I've actually dug up this actual past week, which we'll go through. So if you guys remember the old ones, we'll pick up again where we left off, and hopefully see you guys then. Anyway, y'all, Have a good night. Get out there and find some treasure. And don't forget to, not only should you be passionate about history, but you should never ever forget to make your own. Anyway, gang, we'll catch you all later. Have a good night.